All right. Hello, everybody. Just a minute. I'm just trying to get this fixed real quick. Just bear with me for a second, and then we will switch scenes, and you'll actually be able to see my face. I am late, Mio. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. It worked. All right. Let me switch scenes here. All right, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Soul Commodore here, back at you again. Elle, thank you once again for the second raid in a row. Because last stream you also raided. So let me just say hello to everybody, and then I'll explain what we're doing today. But hello, Mio. Hello, Elle. Hello, Xanity. Hello, Redria. Welcome in, everyone. Elle, how did your stream go? I hope it went well. I hope it went well. See, you were doing some more art. Hey, Rain, thank you for the bug. I can be as late as I want to be. All right. So, Rain, also thank you for the karaoke. I will set that up in just a second. I just have to figure out how to do that. Also, I haven't done this setup in a minute. So how is the sound balancing? Like, is my voice too loud? Is the music too loud? Is it sounding okay? Feel free to let me know. I was just chilling and working on a Zeus illustration. Oh, that's right. Yes. How's that going? Seems okay to you? Okay, cool. The only thing you don't want to be late in. Amp flow. Yeah, that's fair. Getting the flats down. Very nice. Okay. What do I want to do here? Oh, yes, I gotta get the countdown ready. There's so many flowers. That is fair. Okay. Let's get rid of the live in. Then we'll start it. Okay, there we go. So it's up there. Now, if I go to the screen that we're actually using, does it show up? It's not on here. So I have to add it on here. Okay. Y'all get to see how the sausage is made right now. So. Oh, I gotta fix that. Okay. First of all, though, we gotta add the countdown. That's what we gotta do. If I could get my mouse on the screen, that'd be great. Okay. How do I do that? Which one is it? No, it's not that. It is... Oh, wrong one. Sorry, y'all. I should have had this AB. It's a text thing. That's what it is. I should have had this set up already, but I haven't used this scene in a minute. Okay, add existing. Countdown. Oh, okay. That's too large. Also, I didn't want to flip that. Okay. There we go. So we'll put that up here, and then we'll start the timer. You have no clue what you're looking at? Yeah, don't worry, me neither. Okay, if I get rid of that, that should make the Lahik. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, please let me know. But thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. All right, let me restart the timer so that we get a full 5 minutes here. There we go. And then we'll get to it. All right. So let me go back to the chatting home screen, and I'll tell y'all what we're doing today. All right. So today, what we're doing is I've got a. Oh, I said it right. Awesome. Well, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Hope you enjoy your time here. So I have a whole bunch of. We're gonna have to switch to singing right in the middle of this sentence. So we have a whole bunch of drawings that we gotta do. Drawings and paintings from the show that I gotta edit so I can put it online. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go piece by piece, just editing it in a system that's not the right word, in a program called Photoscape. I've used Photoscape for years. So why don't we get to it? Let me bring up the first piece that we're gonna work on today. I think we're gonna do the drawings first. Just kind of give an example of what we're doing. I'll drag that over like that. I'm also gonna find a screen in the background. Sorry, bear with me. I'm still trying to get this thing to work the way I want it to. There we go. I think that works. Oh, the connection isn't going so well. Of course it's not. Alright, I'll try to fix that. Thank you for letting me know, Redria. Hopefully it stabilizes. Okay. Let's see if I can fix it on this end. Cause it's definitely jumping around, and it shouldn't be. Alright, hopefully it's stable now. Let me go over to the art tour. So I'm just gonna move this over just a little bit so we can see chat alright. There we go. So this is one of the drawings that was in the show that I've already edited. So as you can see, it's one of those things where we're gonna make every drawing kind of look the same as this. just drag this over a little bit. There we go. All right, let me bring up another drawing. So here's some more that I've already edited, that are all ready to go. So really the only thing I did was kind of heighten the contrast of some of them and made them into a square. Just kind of cleaning them up a bit. All right. Thank you for that, Rain. I appreciate it. So this setup's a little weird because the actual, like, OBS is actually running on my big screen here. And then my laptop here is where I have the actual, like, desktop image. So yeah, so these are some of the drawings that I've already edited. As you can see. If I could get that line out of the way, there we go. But yeah, hopefully the stream kind of stabilized for everybody. It's more stable on this end now. So yeah, these are the pieces that we've already done, that I've already edited and kind of shaped up a little. And now we get to do them for the rest of them. So yeah, like this one. Like we haven't done this one yet. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to just kind of chat, you know, hang out with you all while I do all this editing that I have to do anyway, you know. But how's everybody's day going? Oh, I should have mentioned too from the raid. Like, if any of you need to leave, go eat, go to the bathroom, go take a nap, you know, it's please feel free to. Yeah, please feel free. Okay, so first things we're going to do is we're going to crop 1 to 1 so that it's a square. And these aren't actually, like, the borders on these things aren't going to be absolutely perfect, but, you know, that's all right. Co-working is a thing? Definitely. Definitely co-working is a thing. Plus, y'all get to see, like the title says, you get to see behind the scenes. This is the stuff that I do when I'm well-meaning and I mean to, like, post all this stuff onto Instagram and stuff, and then I and then I don't. Kind of like co-parenting. Well, I wouldn't know. I'm not a parent, but I'm sure the principles are slightly the same. All right, so let's make this grayscale, and then we're going to deepen it a bit and brighten it, because I want this to look a little bit more like it is, like, if you were to see it in person, right? That's the whole shebang. That's the whole point of what I'm doing here. And then we are going to do a little clone stampage just on the corners and edges so that we can get rid of all these pins and stuff, right? We're not actually going to alter the image at all, but we are just going to clean up these edges a bit. Yeah, I've used Photoscape for years, mostly because, like, when I was in university, like, obviously I could not afford Photoshop, and Photoscape is free. It's free software. You can donate if you feel so inclined, and I have in the past, you know, to keep the software free. But it's at least the last time I checked, it's free to download and all that, and it's very, very handy. You can do a lot of stuff in it, and actually there's some stuff in this program that I like better than Photoshop. It's a little bit more hands-on. Like their text editor to add text to things is actually a lot less janky than Photoshop's is. And cropping is a lot less janky than Photoshop, so. Okay. I think that looks pretty good, personally. So that's one down. We're, I have the original saved in a drive, so like if I can save these without having to like preserve the originals, and it should be all right. Because if need be, I can just go back into my drive and fix them. Okay. So, was it gonna let me tab over? No. I thought maybe it would. Okay, here's the next one. Alright. So first things first is we're gonna kind of rotate it if we need to. Which I don't think we need to all that much. There we go. I had a good visit the other day with some friends. One friend from university that I go way back with, and then one friend from more recently, like when I first moved up to this area. Had a nice visit with them. We talked a lot about therapy, actually, and the benefits of it, and how we wish it was a little bit more accessible to more people and all that. Okay, good. That works. It also got me to think about like how like obviously like we all have best friends, right? We all have best friends. See this little smudge here and here, like how that's all erased out. I'm gonna leave that in because that's actually part of the image. I'm not too happy with it, but part of this whole thing was that it's like incomplete memories, right? Transposed onto photographs, basically. And the fact that this edge is kind of messed up kind of falls into place with that whole concept. So I'm just gonna leave it. And we got thinking about how like with best friends, like a lot of people have like a definitive best friend, right? And a lot of people also have like multiple best friends because all of their friends mean something different to them. Like the one friend from university that we were hanging out with, right? He's my one friend, and like this applies to all of my friends, but like we have conversations that I probably wouldn't have with most other people, like just talking about topics and stuff that like we just relate to each other in that way. The other friend that I was hanging out with is probably the most like me in terms of personality and viewpoints and all that kind of stuff than any of my other friends, right? I have a friend who like I consider one of my best friends, who is down for anything and always has your back no matter what, right? And of course all your good friends will be that way, but like this particular friend, he's the kind of guy who would like go to jail for you if that's what was needed. He's that kind of dude. One of my friends is one of my best friends is my oldest friend, going back to grade 1. The first friend I made when I moved schools. And there's like a whole bunch of other friends that just mean like a whole bunch of different things, right? Then of course Jake is my closest friend, my best friend. He's like, we have a bond that couldn't possibly. I mean, it's certainly not broken by the Atlantic Ocean. Which is nice. So actually, this is the one friend who I was just talking about, who is probably the closest to me in terms of personality. Yo, Lord Palison, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing? We are just doing some photo editing today and talking a little bit about friendships. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. And then, of course, that got me thinking too, like how do my friends view me in terms of like that kind of thing? Like, how am I their best friend, and in what way? You know, kind of get you thinking. And then, of course, you have like my fiance, who is my best friend in a very different way. Like, she's my closest confidant, and I can have conversations with her that I wouldn't even have with my friend, who I was talking about earlier. That we have like wild conversations, right? And very deep conversations. Then it goes even a step further with her. It's like every bit of all of my other friends, um, that would make me consider them like my best friends, um, are like amplified with her. So doing great, just chilling. Nice, nice. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Chilling is nice. Today is a kind of day where it's just nice to chill out, you know. And I'm glad that you chose to do it here. All right. So that's step one. I'm gonna deepen and brighten a little. Yeah, we're just gonna. So, just in case you didn't know, how, what's a good shorthand to call you, Lord Palison? Like, or do you want your whole name read out, or Lord, or Palison, or LP? I'll call you whatever you want. But in case you didn't know, I had a gallery show from February to March. It was like over 120 pieces. And right now we're just getting those pieces. Like, I took photos of all the pieces, and I'm just kind of editing them to get them ready to like post on my website and on social media and stuff like that. Because the raw pictures aren't the greatest quality, because I only have my iPhone. Lord, it's easier, I guess, for it. Hey, yeah, I'll call you Lord. That's cool. That's cool. Whatever you like. Also, am I saying the Palison part right? Or is it Palasin, or am I completely mispronouncing it? Just let me know. Let me know. I don't want to get anyone's names wrong. A lot of us put a whole lot of thought into our online names, so I don't want to mess them up for anybody. Yo, Nat, welcome in. How are you? How are you? Hope you're doing well. We were just in the middle of chatting about friendships, and how while we might have like a best friend, we can also have multiple, like, I guess, secondary best, not secondary, but like multiple people who we would consider our best friends. Um, and then like some of us have like an actual like best friend. Um, but anyway, how those different friendships like take shape, and what they mean to different people, in different situations. And we're also doing some editing of some of my drawings and paintings to get them ready for online. Oh, it's Payason. Oh, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Thank you. I will take note of that. And yeah, I like that. Oh, glad to hear you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Um, very good. I do feel friendships sort of tiered. Yeah, like, I guess for me, like, it's sort of like my fiance is like on another level, right? And then there's Jake from the Woods, right? Who's like my one, and then have a whole bunch of 1As, like, and that includes like my siblings and all that kind of stuff, which is a different kind of closeness as well, right? Like my two brothers and my sister, I would consider amongst my best friends, right? But it's in a very different way than like the friends that I made that are like, not related to me, right? You know, um, it's yeah, and the friendships mean different things to different people, and I wonder how like I said, I wonder how they view me on their side, you know, because someone can be your best friend, but you may not be their best friend, right? You know, that happens too. Thankfully with Jake, and thankfully with my fiance, I'm pretty sure it's it's mutual. With my fiance definitely, and with Jake, I'm pretty sure definitely, but which makes things nice. But yo, Squid, welcome in. How are you doing? I like that emo. Okay, so we just saved this one, so we're moving right along to the next drawing. I guess I can just keep this up, can't I? It doesn't really affect anything. Okay, so we'll just kind of square this one up as best as we can. To be honest, I should have like squared these up on my phone, because all these photos were taken with my phone. I should have squared them up on my phone first, but your boy's been busy, so I didn't really have time to do that. But that's okay. That's all right. We're gonna make it work. That's what I do. I make things work. What's so cool about friendships is how people feel the need to stay by your side. I mean, it makes someone feel kind of special at some point. Exactly. No, I agree. Like friendships are so neat, you know? Like it's just how people relate to each other, you know, and if you vibe with a certain person, like it's just cool, you know? Am I preparing these to sell as print copies also? Yeah, that actually is part of it too. Now I'm gonna have to like tweak some of them a little bit to get the DPI right, you know, so that they can be printed and look good when they're printed, right? I'll probably, because I do have Illustrator, I'll probably go in and vectorize some of them too, so that they look okay. Actually, yeah, I should vectorize everything. So that they can be printed like huge if someone wants like a huge print. But yeah, I'm preparing these for prints too in case people want prints, because my whole plan is to, and this was another option for the stream tonight that I had, was I was going to I'm planning on submitting this show as a proposal to like other galleries. Right now, like the Thames Art Gallery in Chatham is a big one that I'm trying to get in. So I'm kind of planning all that and getting images ready for that. So that's another thing. And because I plan on taking this show multiple places, some people have expressed interest in wanting some of the original pieces, but I want to hold on to the original pieces as long as I can without having to, you know, not have them in the show. Because there's like 5 or 6 galleries that I want to put this show in before I retire it, and it's not really going to be retired, but and there's multiple ways to do that. There's like in lieu of the original piece, I can make a print of it, right, and then kind of like put your name down if you still want the original print afterwards, right? So it's sort of like first come first serve. I've seen artists do a contract when they buy a piece where the artist reserves the right to request the piece back if the show is going to be displayed again, and the person who buys the piece kind of loans it out to the artist, and there's like insurance involved in case something happens to it, right? And then if it goes back in the show, it's just marked as not for sale, right? Which, if someone was like real adamant that they wanted it original, that's probably the route I would go. You know. So, but yeah, there's different options. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I think the print thing is the easiest route, because also they're not as expensive as the original pieces, right? They're not as expensive, so it can be more economical to do it that way. Yeah, that works. Okay, that's another one. All right, on to the next one. There's a whole bunch of these, so buckle up. It's there's a whole lot of them. I also have to like. It's so funny. Like I've been meaning to take pictures of the tracking series, and a lot of those pieces, and I just haven't yet. So I'm thinking I might post those ones first before I start posting all of these, or I may save those because technically I haven't, even though I've done a lot of those paintings earlier, right? Because I've done a lot of them on stream already. Even though they're from an earlier date, I may post those later because it doesn't really matter when the art is created when you're like posting it online, unless you want it chronological. But I'm not that concerned with it being chronological. But like I haven't actually shown the tracking series anywhere, whereas I've shown this show, right? So I might post those ones later. But I mean, who knows? Who knows? We'll see. No one's got to make a decision today. So this is nice to do with you all though, because usually I'm just doing this by myself, and it can get a little tedious. So also, if you notice me like going through these tabs and if you notice me going through these tabs and not it looks like I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, it's don't worry, I do know how to work this program. I haven't really worked it while trying to talk to people before, so sometimes sort of like how some people can't like type and talk at the same time. There's a little bit of that going on, but hey, welcome back, El. How was dinner? What'd you have? And you haven't missed too much. There were some connectivity issues. I was dropping frames for a minute, and then it got fixed. And then we were just talking a little bit about friendships and while we're editing these photos, and how like friendships, you can have like tiers of best friends, or you can have everyone on the same level, and like your best friends like mean different things to you, like they're your best friends in different ways, right? Okay, what am I looking at? Tools. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So good. Roommate ordered from my new favorite place for me. So I got buffalo nuggies and a double order of onion rings. Very nice. That sounds delicious. That sounds absolutely delicious. It's so nice to have like a favorite place to eat. Their fryers are all gluten-free, so no fear from eating food. Ah, very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. Very glad to hear it. All right, that's another one down. We're almost done the blurred series. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left. 10 left. Okay, so we're not almost done. Never mind. I lied. We're not almost done. But we are moving well. It is always kind of a worry to do stuff like this, where like each piece will be like individual, because a lot of these pieces I feel are better viewed from a distance, but online, like, you don't have any distance, right? Like, you're seeing them up close, so it can be a little bit harrowing because you can see a lot of like the flaws. But I also think that the flaws like bring the piece to life, you know. Um, you can see really up close here. You can see a lot of the splatter that the fixative did, because the fixative kind of froze, because it was like January, right, when I was spraying all this work, and the fixative would like freeze when it hit the piece, but it kind of works again because these are supposed to be like imperfected memories and all that kind of stuff, and you know, kind of based on photos, and like how many photos have we taken where we've accidentally spilled something on it, you know? Probably less in these days and times because not many people have physical photographs anymore. That's one thing that I kind of miss from previous generations. It's like walking into houses where like people have a bunch of photos up, right? Because you had to have like photos printed. But now it's all digital, so like a lot of people my age, like you go over to their places and they don't really have a whole lot of pictures up. You know, we don't have a whole lot of pictures up. Like we've got a couple, but it's not that many. You know, I've never spilled liquid on a photo, and if I ever did, I would have cried. From a photo printing class. Fair. I did a photo class in university as well. It was fun. Being in the darkroom was fun. I could like sleep in the darkroom. It was cozy in there. I mean, you probably shouldn't because of all the chemicals, but you have a bunch of antique photos that you want to hang up. See, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Here's a photo of a couple of my cousins, all blurred out, of course. Okay, that's a good crop. I don't have to fix that at all. I wish I could have done more darkroom work. Yeah, it was really fascinating. So, was yours your printing class? What was it? Was it more digital printing or? Digital printing, nice. So here's a story from university. You have a degree in digital photography. Very cool. I feel like you've mentioned that before on one of your streams. I don't want it quite that bright, so we'll deepen it a little more, and we won't brighten it as much. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I feel like you've mentioned that on stream before. But very, very cool. I never got to do any darkroom classes. It's the way the cookie crumbled. Well, I mean, fair, because I never got to do any digital printing when I was in school. Which that would have been cool to do. Speaking of art school, the first all-nighter that I ever pulled on campus was for a printmaking class, where I had to do a lino cut print. And it was me and there were 4 other students that stayed the night in the art building to try and get this stuff done. Because the class was the next morning. It's super easy. Oh, well, that's fair enough. You want to do lino again? Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And yeah, staying in the art building, because basically, the art building technically closed at 10 p.m., but if you kind of sequestered yourself in the bathroom when they locked the doors, nice. Well, great minds think alike, Al. But basically, I was in if you sequestered yourself in the bathroom or in the nook of a of a classroom or something when they locked the doors. Like the janitorial staff would see you in the building, but they weren't going to tell anybody, right? They didn't care. It was more the admin staff and some of the professors. Like if they saw you, they'd be like, "You got to leave." And as long as you didn't leave the building after the doors were locked, like no alarms would go off if you left, but you just couldn't get back in unless someone was willing to let you back in. But yeah, that printmaking class was fun. Every time I smell soy sauce, it reminds me of that class because let me save that again. Oh, actually, it's fine. Because we would do like copper etching, and to clean the copper etch plate, the easiest way to do it was soy sauce. So, yo, Trip, welcome in, welcome in. You've never done an all-nighter? Oh man, like in general or related to art? Because I mean, all-nighters aren't the healthiest thing you can do for yourself, but I've pulled a lot of all-nighters. The first all-nighter I ever pulled was actually to play the Christmas that I got Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I pulled an all-nighter playing that, like Christmas night. Every time I smell soy sauce, I think of soy sauce. Fair, Trip. Fair. In general. Very cool. Trip. Speaking of Trip, how's your trip? Like, are you back or are you still on your trip? That's a fun sentence. You've been posting some really, really neat pictures, man. Like, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying your documentation. Oh, you've been back. Okay. Well, I've really enjoyed the stuff you've been posting. The trip was 8 days. Very nice. So Nat, it's very cool, very interesting, very cool that you haven't ever pulled an all-nighter. I mean, you're really not missing too much. They just kind of make you tired, and especially when you pull an all-nighter in university and then you have to have the critique the next morning. It makes for a very long day, but good to relax and unwind. Hey, no worries. You don't even know if you could. Oh, Nat, I didn't have a choice. I had to get those pieces done for, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did pull a couple all-nighters to get all of this work done for the show. So, you know, but all-nighters are a little more difficult to pull off now that I'm 33 than it was when I was, like 19 or 20. Yeah. Thankfully, like I've mentioned before, like I don't need a whole lot of sleep to function, which isn't a brag. Like that's not a good thing, but just biologically, like I've never needed a whole lot of sleep. Sort of like my dad. My dad doesn't sleep a whole lot either. So all-nighters for work only, none for school. Oh yeah, no, I pulled a bunch of all-nighters for school. Mostly because I would procrastinate on stuff. So, yeah. I have a bad procrastination streak. I don't want it to be that bright. This piece is already pretty bright. I can still do all-nighters if I trigger my hyperfocus. I spent 3 days on Zeus's suit and didn't really sleep much during those days. Yeah, fair. Biological, my temple of so swole, don't need to sleep. Yeah, I figured. Your temple is rubble. Oh man. All right. Get up in that corner, please. Thank you. That line is a little bit too delineated. Have I seen the Mario film? No, not yet. Actually, someone mentioned, I think it was Chitanda on the last stream asked me. I mean, I'll probably see it eventually, but right now, like, I don't really have a whole lot of desire to see it. Not out of any sort of like, oh, I think it's gonna suck. It's just I don't really have the desire to go pay to see it. You know, if it comes to a streaming service, I'll probably watch it then. But you know, as of right now, I'm glad that it's getting good reviews and everything. I'm glad that people are enjoying it. But your temple's a slip and slide left out over winter. Nice, I like that. You do so many all-nighters because of studies. Wow, like I'm always a sleepyhead. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I work well under pressure, and I think part of that is being like, being a procrastinator, but also like I don't stress out a whole lot, thankfully. Like I know a lot of people don't have that, but I don't stress out a whole lot. Like it takes a lot to get me stressed. So I genuinely like work well when I've got like pressure and like a deadline and all that. So I do. When I was in school, I did a lot of all-nighters. I don't do all-nighters as much anymore. I just, like I said, I did a bunch for this show because like I basically had a month to get everything done, and they had to get done. So I don't learn and retain knowledge by cramming, so all-nighters never worked for me. Yeah, I never really pulled all-nighters for studying, personally. It was more for like writing papers and like getting artwork done. Yeah, I felt like if I spent all night like cramming for an exam, like that didn't really work for me either. Okay, I think we're good here. I think I'm just gonna crop this a little bit more, just to get rid of that one line. There we go. All right, that's another one down. But kudos to the people who do retain like the knowledge and everything when they do all-nighters to study. Also, in university, I realized that I really didn't learn how to study at all in high school, so university was rough in that way. I retained memory by writing it down, so when I was in uni, I would rewrite my notes afterwards instead of cramming. If I can rewrite my notes, it made me work it out in my mind. That's very smart. Also, very, very good on you for realizing the best way for yourself to learn, because some people don't figure that out until much later. But to answer your question, Trip, I'll probably see the Mario movie like if it comes to like some kind of streaming service eventually, but right now, I don't really plan on seeing it in theaters. My fiance is currently breaking in her shoes for the night of. Like I can hear her dancing. So Lord, what kind of studies are you like? Are you currently in university or? Also, if y'all feel like it, feel free to drop what you studied in school in the chat. I like learning what other people learned about and what their passions are. Also, no pressure if you don't want to. Deepen that a little bit. Oh, my bank is calling me again because they want to give me a credit card that I don't want. It's so annoying. Okay, clone stamp. Here we go. Yeah, it's a business school, university level, and it's basically pretty. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. That that shit ain't easy. Are you in your first year, second year? Oh, I've been good, Trip. I've been good. January to March has been a flurry because we've had the show. Um, we've had some health scares with family. We had a death in the family. Um, but we also had like the engagement. You know, like proposing to my fiance, and we basically have the vast majority of the wedding planned, and trying to get the RSVPs in. You know, all that kind of stuff. Getting the food sorted. We haven't ordered any of it, but we know what we're getting for food and all that. We're going very basic. We're not getting it catered. We're getting it. We're having pizza, and then for our vegan and gluten-free friends, we're having vegetable coconut curry. So, oh, thank you, Trip. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, also, we had a trip to Panama. Because my fiance is for Dragon Boat. We went to Panama as well, so it's been a busy 4 months. So, yeah, it's been kind of a whirlwind, which is why I haven't streamed too much in between now and January. But things are starting to slow down a little more, so that's good. Yeah, like we planned quick. Unfortunately, like we moved up the wedding quicker than we thought we would because the family member who passed away, we thought she would have more time and would be able to attend the wedding, so we like moved it up. But ended up that didn't happen, unfortunately. But we're still gonna have a good time, and we were gonna have like a pretty quick wedding after the engagement anyway, because like we had been dating for 5 years, right? Dating for 5 years, there was no point in having like a year or year and a half long engagement. It's like, because the wedding's the first weekend in July, right after Canada Day, July 1st. It's going to be July 2nd. But if it was not July 2nd, it was going to be probably Labor Day weekend, like the first weekend in September, right? So we weren't gonna wait very long, you know. Also, because like we're excited to get married to each other, so we didn't see much of a point in waiting, you know. Yeah, life was very busy, very busy, and it's still busy, but it's busier in better ways now, you know. So, you know. All right. Seeing this picture reminds me of the fact that my fiance and I were gonna take my sister to an orchard last fall, but then we never did. We just didn't have time. I wish my wedding was simply like yours. I mean, my wallet wished. Yeah, that too. So we didn't want our wedding to like cost people a lot of money, and especially the wedding party. So like my fiance, like all of the bridesmaids, like the color of the wedding is blue. So with the bridesmaids, we were like wear a blue dress. It's not all the same dress. It doesn't have to be the same shade of blue. Uh, you should go. You should wear a dress that you already have that's blue, or if you need to go buy a dress, like buy a dress that you'll wear again, right? Because there's a lot of bridesmaids dresses that you won't wear again, right? Um, and then with the groomsmen, I was like, wear whatever color suit you want other than blue, because I'm wearing a blue suit, like a darker royal blue suit, and a white shirt. But because I'm wearing a white shirt, all you guys like wear a dark blue navy shirt. It doesn't have to be the same shirt, doesn't have to be the same shade of navy blue. It can have a pattern on it. It can be plain. I don't care. Just wear a blue shirt, right? Because a lot of these guys like probably already have a blue shirt and probably already have a suit, right? Like I'm not gonna go make them pay for a new suit, you know? What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. So if someone shows up in a neon orange checkered suit, it would be cool. I mean, go nuts. It will make for very, very fun pictures, you know? Uh, because like obviously like for us, like our whole mentality is, and thankfully like we haven't had a whole lot of not that we expected it, but we haven't had any pushback from family at all, right? Because sometimes families can get really touchy about what a wedding should be, right? And we haven't had that at all on either side of the family, which is a blessing. Um, but we want this wedding to be fun. Like we're obviously it's very important for like my fiance and I because you know we love each other. Imagine that. Um, but for everyone coming, like we want this to be fun. You know, like we're having the wedding in Chatham, Ontario, in the middle of July. Well, the start of July, so it's going to be very hot, right? And I honestly, I was like to one of her uncles, I was like, honestly, like if you want to, after the wedding, for the reception, if you want to go back to the hotel and change into shorts or something, because it's going to be hot, like feel free to. Like it's, you know, Asian family, so many, much expectations and pushback. Ah, fair, fair. Yeah, yeah, that can be tough. We wanted just simple and chill and with friends. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Ontario in July. Like I don't want anybody sweating to death. I'm gonna be sweating to death. I don't want anyone else to. All right. This the original image of this, the original like photograph that I took. This is from my 22nd birthday in university. There I am, and these are my housemates. Um, this is the one friend I was talking about earlier, the one that I can like have a conversation with any like we talk about so many things that I wouldn't talk about with some other friends, right? Like this is that friend, you know. And then this friend of mine, this friend, actually both of these two, uh, they're both married already. Um, like she got married a couple of years ago. She got married a couple of years ago. This friend here, we're actually going to her wedding in October this year. So yeah, but yeah, just in terms of like one of my friends who's from university, um, like she's coming to the wedding. I'm so excited that she's coming because I'll finally get to meet her fiance. Because of COVID, I haven't been able to meet him yet. Um, but like our friendship too, we we made a pact back in university where like because we were both in like arts courses that we would set up shop next to each other when we were living in our cardboard boxes because we couldn't make any money off of our respective arts. Um, you know, thankfully that never ended up happening. But she and I kind of like clicked instantly because we met in first year. Uh, she she and her the woman in the middle here they were roommates and they're friends like best friends from like when they were in high school and I think before so they lived across the hall and she and I just clicked instantly. um, Her as well, like we clicked as well. um, it was a good group of people, you know. I'm going down memory lane looking at these photos. Yeah. This was a fun night though. I don't remember a whole lot of it. So which yeah, it was a good night. Good 22nd birthday. Oops. Weird to think that this was 11 years ago. Goodness gracious. Oh. All right, moving right along. Do I need to square this one up at all? Probably, yeah. Yeah, I do. There we go. There we go. All right. I appreciate y'all tuning in to join me in doing this very, very tedious work. But it's nice to not have to do it alone. I'll probably mention that a couple more times because, you know, I'm used to just doing this by myself, sitting in my chair, you know. Granted, I've never had to do this volume of stuff all at once. But there's so many pieces in this show. It's so much easier to focus when you're on stream, I find. Fair. I think there's some merit to that, because it's not like I'm tabbing over to watch like a YouTube video or another stream or anything. So that is fair. Come on. Oh, this is the song from like the virtual tour that I did of the show that I posted everywhere. This is the last song in the video. I'm glad that so many of you enjoyed that video too. It was fun to put together and fun to like actually walk through the show. Because a lot of you live very far away and would have liked to go to the show but wouldn't have been able to. So also, you're kind of getting a showcase of it here too, with all this editing. Oh, nice. What kind of tea? Well, I appreciate that, Trip. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's part of the reason. Oolong tea, nice. But that's part of the reason why I did the video walkthrough of everything, right? So that people who would have wanted to come, or you know, were planning to come but didn't get a chance, would be able to experience it. You know, because I mean it's a very personal project, and I kind of wanted people to be able to experience it. You know. I am very far for you to get to. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. Yeah, I am very far away for a lot of people. I am a 16-hour flight. Yes. Yes, indeed. screen, or is that on the... Yeah, it's on the thing. It was also a fun endeavor because I haven't done any like video editing in a very long time. Like other than like there's the little promos that I did for the show, but in terms of like doing like an hour-long video, been a very long time since I've done anything like that. So it was fun to flex that muscle again, because I did like some video editing when I was in university, but if I was still in Ohio, I might have snuck in, never told you who I was, and vanished into the ether again. Hey, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. So when the show was still on, there was like a night where it was a bunch of like a local brewery kind of had like a night of like art and brews and all that kind of stuff, right? So a bunch of people came in, like were in the gallery, and I walked around, but no one knew who I was, right? A couple of people sussed it out that I was the artist, but a lot of people had no idea. So it was kind of harrowing, but also kind of cool to like walk around and hear what they were saying about my stuff, right? With total anonymity. Yeah, it was a fun night. It was really cool. One guy walked into the last gallery with all like the portraiture and just went, "Wow, that felt good. That felt good." So it was also kind of cool. Like a couple of people, once they found out who I was, like they talked about like what their favorite piece in the show was, and it was all different pieces, which made me feel good because it was all really, really cool. Because like there wasn't like for them, there wasn't like one piece that was clearly like the best in the show, right? Because sometimes that happens, and that's fine. But everything was so varied and everything. Like a whole bunch of people had very different favorite pieces, which was fun. You know, I really enjoyed that. Like everybody had like something different that really spoke to them. Did I hear stupidly dumb stuff from people? No, actually. Part of me wishes I did, because I could have like just chuckled about it, but no, nobody said anything really dumb, and no one was really super off the mark with anything. There were some art students who, in some of the pieces, I guess, were like reading, not even like too much into it, but they weren't completely off the mark, but they were being a little bit more academic with it than my intention was. But that's fine. That's fine. That BS is why I hate doing shows and won't do them anymore. I mean, that's fair too. That's fair too. You know, you gotta be comfortable with it. Otherwise, like it's not much fun at all. You know. Why is everything black and white? Let me put on my judging art glasses. But no, everyone seemed to really enjoy and really connect with the work. That's what was important to me. Whether they loved it or hated it, I wanted to like garner a reaction out of them, right? And thankfully, the reaction was overwhelmingly positive. So. Oh. I hated your show, Soul. I'd have made a scene and eaten all the finger foods. I mean, there were some very tasty samosas there, so, you know. I was really nervous about the show, like when people were showing up, and then I was probably like, I was really nervous about it up until like about 5 minutes before like the opening ceremonies started, where I had to speak and all that kind of stuff. And then it was fine. And then I teared up a little bit while I was saying my little speech, which makes sense, but I wasn't expecting to tear up. Because I was talking about like the show in relation to like grief and everything, and then of course I talked about how my mom passed away and a lot of the pieces. While the show, I didn't want to specifically frame it around death, like her death was a big catalyst to a lot of the stuff in the show. So I wasn't expecting to tear up, and then it just came, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I was like, oh man, I wasn't expecting this. All right, so this one's done. Now we're almost done. There's like one image left in the blurred series. This one here. No Timbits? Boo! Well, unfortunately, Trip, I wasn't in charge of that. Otherwise, I would have had some goodies, like some sweet stuff. I could never show myself in art like that and have people experience it with you. It's pretty amazing. Well, thank you, Trip. Thank you. No, I think that experience, because like a lot of the stuff that I've done before, like a lot of it like means something to me, right? Like the tracking series, like that means something to me. But there's like a level to it where I'm like a level removed, right? Like it's not, it's personal, but it's not, right? This entire project was extremely personal, and I think I'm probably going to go that route for the next couple of shows that I do. Like I was talking about a couple of art streams ago, how I said to myself, I'm not going to do anything art related for a while, right? Just to kind of cool off from getting everything done for this show. And then I was listening to Kendrick Lamar's latest album again, and the song Mother I Sober, the lyrics to the chorus are, I wish I was somebody, anybody but myself. And of course that phrase, anybody but myself, kind of sparked something in my brain. It was like, that would be a really cool topic for a show, especially me, who growing up I never really felt comfortable in my skin. Like I didn't have great self-esteem, and I didn't really feel like I fit in with people. I had a lot of friends, thankfully, but I still had trouble kind of relating to people for a long time, right? And a lot of self-confidence issues and a lot of stuff. And sometimes I would wish I was somebody else, because it wasn't working out with me. And I thought that would be a really cool idea for a show. And I want to actually involve some like mediums in this new show that I don't usually work in, right? Like obviously there will be paintings and drawings, but I was thinking maybe I'll do like a sculptural element. Nothing like crazy, like doing like a bronze statue or anything like that, but just something like found images or something like that, or like I'll do a video, right? Like one idea I had for a video is like getting testimonials from people just talking about like just stuff about their lives, nothing like too personal, but just like maybe like a funny moment or a sad moment or something. And then I would like have that audio, but I would like voice it, like it would be me on camera like talking as if it was me, and then flip it where it's my voice talking about some of my experiences, but with other people like kind of like lip syncing to it, right? That's what D&D is for. Yes, well, unfortunately I was not a D&D guy when I was in school. But that was one idea that popped in my head about like maybe like a video, and like maybe doing some other stuff where it's not quite that same thing, I don't know. It's very, very rudimentary ideas that I have right now. Like nothing's set in stone. It's just ideas that are floating around in my head. Soul was a jock? Oh, I definitely was not. I mean, I was on the football team in high school, but I was not a jock by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, there we go. That's all the blur images done. Well, that's not a blur image, but okay, let's keep on rolling. I think I'll do a couple more of these since you're Canadian. You were a jock. I see. I got you. um, I think I'll do a couple of more drawings, and then we'll switch over to doing some paintings for like the last half hour. I don't want to be me. Be this half-orc barbarian then. Nice. Fair. Oh, by the way, Elle, thank you for tagging me in that thing on Twitter about the faces. That was right around the time that like we were like, you know, doing like the funeral and all that. But I will do that. Like I'm gonna use some of the faces in this show. So, thank you for tagging me in that. I didn't forget. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, yeah. I have the four images that I'm gonna do as well. It's just a matter of like cropping them and putting them on there. So this one's actually pretty bright, so I just have to deepen it a bit, and that'll be good. All right. Oops. All right. Is that part of the wall? I think that's part of the wall. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that tomorrow. Once we get back from the picket lines. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Like I said, this corner down here is messy with a bunch of smudges and everything, but that's alright. Alright, next one. This one I'm definitely going to have to square up. Yeah. At least as best as I can. That's good enough. Actually, I don't need to brighten that. Just need to deepen it. Actually, I'm going to darken it a little, to be honest. There we go. All right. Actually, that might be a little bit too light. There we go. I'm so glad the weather's getting nice again, because I can go for my really long nighttime walks again. I mean, I do it in the winter too, but it's just a lot more comfortable during the spring and summer months when the weather's nicer. This one's fairly square already, but at least the image is. The edges aren't quite as square, but that's okay, because we can kind of cheese it. I don't know if any of you have heard about this, but apparently there's a sequel to Twister coming out, which, I don't know, like, Twister is one of the formative movies from when I was a kid. It's the movie that made me want to be a meteorologist before I watched Space Jam and wanted to be a basketball player when I was a kid. And it's like, I don't know if I want a sequel to Twister where Bill Paxton won't be a part of it, because obviously Bill Paxton has passed away. It's like, I'm not sure I want to see a Twister project without Bill Paxton. I mean, you know, like, it's not going to feel right. And like, if Helen Hunt's not in it either, it's like, what's the point? You know, those two made that movie. Well, also Philip Seymour Hoffman as Dusty. You know, he also made the movie. Like, it's just going to be like, what do we need? What do we need that for? I had a friend who actually became a storm chaser for a hot minute. I was just like, have fun getting murdered by nature, I guess. Wow, that's nuts. Because yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to be, isn't it? Like, oh, that's crazy. Did they end up finding any tornadoes or anything? Following any tornadoes? The Twister's making a return. You know what's funny though? It's one of them like Mandela effect things, where I thought for sure that when I was a kid that I saw an ad, and it was part of like a morning show where they were promoting Twister. I thought for sure that I saw an ad that was advertising a Twister 2, like it was like a promo for Twister 2, in which like Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton were like running down like a city street, like knocking on windows and telling people to get out of the stores because a tornado was coming down the street. Now, I imagine what it is I probably like just daydreamed that or like dreamt it at night, but it stuck in my mind. And the scene that I actually saw was from Twister, where they're at the drive-through, like banging on the windows, telling the people to like get out, like all the people working at the drive-through. That's probably what I actually saw, and then the two kind of like just got confused in my head. But yeah, I thought for sure that that's a scene that I saw like when I was a kid, but clearly not. But no, I loved that movie. I still love that movie. little bit more. There we go. That's better. All right. We'll do this one, and then we'll move on to doing some paintings. How's that sound? All right. That looks pretty good to me. All right. So that's enough of the Heritage Gallery. Let's move on to Gallery C. Do some pieces in here. So we did this one already. This one's already edited. Actually, all of these top ones are already edited. Actually, this one I need to take off the bottom edge a little bit. Oh, no, don't do that. There we go. All right. And these are already edited. Stop that. Thank you. These are already done. God, I love this painting. My my fiance does not. she does not appreciate this painting at all. But I love it. Ah. Okay. Well, while we're doing these portraits, we might as well edit the rest of them. These ones I don't have to play with the colors as much because the lighting in the gallery is pretty good. But these pictures are more crooked than the other ones, but that's all right. As long as we get most of the painting in the frame, like that is fine. Hey, thanks, Trip. Thanks. This one was fun. I mean, all of these were fun, but this one, I think I titled Smoke. This one was fun to do. Okay. Oh, sorry, someone's texting me. Let me just see what that is. Sorry, everybody. Just some just taking care of some stuff wedding wise. Okay, next one. See, this one, on my phone, I actually have a thing where there's this little tool here that can like kind of like rotate the picture, right? And then there's another setting here to level it off. Or sorry, that's the level off. This is the rotate, where you can rotate the thing, right? But I have a thing on my phone where like you can actually like bring the picture into plane as well. So like say like your picture's a little bit askew this way, right? You can actually like force the perspective so that it's more straight. And I wish I would have done that with this one. I may still do it later on, but we'll just work with what we got right now. Because yeah, this one's a little askew, but that's all right. And over here, I am going to edit out these wrinkles because I'm re-stretching all of these. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. So I might go back and do that later on. But this actually turned out pretty good. I am going to edit out these wrinkles though because I'm going to re-stretch these canvases in more temperate conditions, and they won't have these wrinkles in them. So let me just get this together. I don't have to edit all of them out, just the more egregious ones. Like this one here. Oh. This takes a little bit of finessing, but there we go. Oh, that was a little too aggressive. So was that. So in that case, I might leave that one, just so we don't mess with it too much. Actually, no, I can't leave it. It's too dark. There we go. That's all I needed to do. Like I said, I don't got to get rid of all of the, all of them, but hello. Thank you. Actually, that small one might be better for this area. There we go. Just to get rid of some of these wrinkles that will not be in the pieces later on, you know? There we go. So that should be better. Yeah, that's better. So now we can save this one. We got about 20 minutes left, so we're in good shape. I think I've got this piece already, but you know what, we'll edit it again. I don't know why I took this one so crooked, but oh well. We'll just deal with it. Alright, and like I said, I don't have to play with the colors at all because the colors are pretty true to life. I mean, it may in real life it may be a little bit bluer, but you know, gonna look for a bit. Prep for the day. Great seeing you again, man. Well, thank you, Trip. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you have a good day. Hopefully the prep for the day goes well as well. And you oh, let me not drop this lacrosse ball. But yes, of course, Trip. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thanks for coming in, Trip. It's always good to see you, and glad that you had a good trip. Glad that you had a good vacation, and that's the stuff. Yeah, have a good one, man. Okay, I already saved that one. Here we go. The faceless dude. There we go. Okay, we gotta square this one up a little bit more. There, that works. This one I think I might tweak to be a little bit darker, just to match the other predominantly black one in terms of tone, but not too much darker. There we go. Hey, thank you, Lord. This is actually based on like this technique here. I used a lot on the tracking series that I was doing before. The whole like taking the palette knife and just kind of like, you know, glitching things out. Ooh, yeah, Rain. Like you're usually done work already. Glad that you're done work now. But yeah, I just wanted to glitch this guy's face out a little bit. You woke up late. I see. That's fair enough. It sucks that you gotta work late, but it is kind of cool that you can start late based on when you wake up. There we go. And now the last one of the portraits, because we had already done 4, so this is the 6th one. Or 4. We had already done 4, so this is the last of the 6 that were remaining, because there were 10 in total. And this is the other white painting. Gotta crop that a little bit more. There we go. That works. I've been 2 hours behind EST, and if that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, yeah. I wish they would do away with the time change. I mean, we don't really need it anymore. It's not necessary. Like, it really isn't. I don't understand why it's still around. All right, fine. I don't know why that's not stretching all the way across. Because... Oh, no, I know why. I know why. It's because I'm an idiot. It should be 100. There we go. And we're going to keep the same crop for these ones as well. Now, which one of these two turned out better? I like the positioning of this one better, I think. Yeah. And then just in case there's any... edges. There we go. And we're going to get rid of this wrinkle over here, like I said. Oh, I got to get rid of that top edge. Hold on. How's the bottom edge, actually? The bottom edge is okay, but there's still some stuff on the top edge there. That should be okay. There we go. Now we'll zoom in and take care of this wrinkle. What do I need? The clone stamp is what I need. Hit the window key instead of Alt. There we go. Now I'll bring it to actual size, and we will just deepen this a little bit. You don't gotta do anything too crazy with it. There we go. And we're going to get rid of this copy. So we'll just delete that. And we'll compare these two, make sure they're the same tenor. Cool. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll finish these set pieces here. Yeah. And then we'll call it a day. We'll raid out to somebody and say hello and bring our journey to an end. For now, at least. Hey, no problem, El. No problem. But don't worry, we're not finishing quite yet. Okay, let me zoom in just to make sure I don't have any edges that I don't want. Hey, perfect. This one I just have to deepen a little bit. But I don't want to deepen it so much that I lose those faces. So this one's going to be probably a bit brighter than the other two. That works. It's pretty cool that the Lo-Fi Boy exists now. Some good old synthwave. Is Lo-Fi Boy another channel? Because I usually just use Lo-Fi Girl. Oh, right, I'm still available to help you make in Discord, but I would suggest waiting until you have the... Ah, yes. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes. I appreciate that. Yes, that will happen. That will happen eventually. Yes, it's just a matter of having the time to do it. So I appreciate that, El. Because I'll definitely need some assistance. Alright. Because that lower edge is pretty much just that, I'm going to actually clone stamp this all the way across. Because it's just an extension of the edge, you know? Oh no. My goodness. Hold on, El. Let me bring you back. Sorry about that. I don't know what you said that the auto mod didn't like. I'm sure it was nothing. Yeah, me neither. It was probably one of those stupid things where it like parses out two different words, because that's happened before where it's two different words but the beginning of the one word and the end of the other like make a slur or something. Like it's dumb. Sorry about that. Cotton 4K, you don't want you don't want L to speak. Hey, I love when L's in chat. My auto mods just doing me dirty. Is what's happening. Okay, let me zoom out and see what happens if I deepen this. If that'll get rid of most of those wrinkles. Because if not, I'll have to go in and do it myself. Yeah, not really. Okay. For this, I'm going to bring out the larger clone brush. Oops. I sent you what I said in case you can fixerate it in Discord. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully I can fix it so that that doesn't happen again. Okay, can I get the right tone here, please? Thank you. There we go. This is a little sloppy, but I'll take my time and fix it up later. Right now I just kind of want to get rid of all the wrinkles as quick and painlessly as I can. And then I'll make it look pretty later. Oops. That looks fine. We'll deepen it a little bit more. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. And we'll save it. Okay, there we go. I said the name of a certain animation studio? I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know either. Well, I'll check out the Discord and see what happened. But yeah, it's probably just Moobot being a butt, basically. But in the meantime, let's get back over here. There we go. Oh, I forgot to turn off the countdown. There we go. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming in. I got some thank yous to dole out. Elle, thank you once again for the raid. Very much appreciated. Always appreciated. If y'all haven't seen Elle's work, does amazing digital artwork. Very, very, very cool stuff. Always a great time in his streams. You should go check him out. Most definitely. And also a great friend to the channel here. So go check Elle out. And then Rain, thank you for the glug and the karaoke, of course. And Lahik, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Much love. All right, let's see who's on and who we can raid out to. Let's see who's doing what. Let's go back to Twitch. Redria, Molly, and Nat are all on? Yes indeed. So, I think though, because the last time I meant to raid them and then they went offline. So this time around we're going to go raid Redria because Redria's playing Banjo-Kazooie and I love Banjo-Kazooie. So we're gonna go say hi to Redria because one of the last couple of streams I did, I meant to raid them, and they went offline just as I was about to. So let's go send some love to Super Redria 64. There we go. So yeah, thank you all for coming in again. Next stream, we're going to be playing Celeste this weekend. It's either going to be Saturday or Sunday. I'm thinking it's going to be Sunday. Either way, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, I will put it on Twitter, on my Twitter, which is Timothy_Jamar. And actually, let me. Yeah, there's my Twitter. But I'll put it on Twitter tomorrow, whether it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. And it will be 10 a.m. Eastern to noon, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, it's great to see y'all. We're going to be doing some more art on next Monday. So if you're interested in that, tune back in. We might actually do something physical this time, but we'll see. But in the meantime, I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, whether it's morning, noon, or night. And we will catch you. We'll catch you on the next one. All right. Take it easy, everybody.